You could argue it was here in Berlin that ultimately cost the Asp a spot at finals night last year, as he hits another maximum. He played well, just went out in the semis to Michael Smith, whereas Johnny Clayton went and won the night. And at the end of it all, of the league phase, Johnny Clayton level on points with the Asp, but won through to the Final Four, courtesy of winning one more night than Nathan.
Nathan doesn't have to worry about Johnny Clayton this year. Doesn't seem to be worrying about anything at the minute. 3 maximums in the opening. Well, we've not even completed the third leg yet. Michael Van Gerwen's playing well as well.
Hasn't been allowed to dart at double yet, though, and he might not get one here, because Nathan Aspinall. Double 12. Can he use that? No, he can't. Van Gerwen, can he follow the 162 setup with a 140? He might need it here.
He's going to lay up. Dream scenario for Nathan to go halfway to his first 2 points in the Premier League. Pins the double 12. The average is up towards 116. Nathan Aspinall leads 3-0.
Van Gerwen. Oh, looking to fill it up. And does do. Brilliant response. First maximum from MVG.
It's unlucky. Van Gerwen, Curtis that 180, has got himself the opportunity. And from facing down to go 4-0 down, it could be 3-2 and back on throw here. He's got to chase a treble. He can't find one.
72.
Should have at least got a dart at the bullseye. But he will return for double 8 unless the Asp can take this. Treble 20, double top, no problem. That was the plan. Double 10. And that one works as well. 4-1 Nathan Aspinall. You can hear the roar.
$59.
102 average, Van Gerwen, 100% on doubles. Only want that. It's a decent performance, but it's been all about that explosive start from Nathan. The first 3 legs, he dominated.
And that throws this leg into doubt. But for how long? Not very long at all, turns out. Van Gerwen holds throw, cuts the gap to just 2, but Aspinall would have already had one eye on this leg. The Asp gets a chance to return the blow. And sails into the 5.
You can see the look there, even if the 153 doesn't go, which it may well do, 57. Oh, what a shot this would be. Just pulls it. But there's a bit of messing about to do for Nathan here. He's already missed a combination on 25. That was for 4-0.
Double 16. And the Asp has missed 2 for a 5-2 lead, and Van Gerwen can drag himself back into this.
Took a while with that last start, Nathan. Double 14. Gets it, and we are back on throw. No reaction, because he still knows he's got a lot of work to do. But even that may not be too costly. He's coming down 58, scored 72. Brilliant setup. Nothing Nathan Aspinall can do here. He led 4-1. It looks like he'll trail for the first time in the match, and it will allow Van Gerwen to throw for his first couple of points in this year's Premier League.
Double 12 to hit the front for the first time. Straight in, and Van Gerwen has turned this game around. One of these 2 picks up their first win of the Premier League campaign. The other one will be marooned on 0 points after the first fortnight of action. And that visit makes it much more likely that MVG will be picking up his first win. Aspinall cannot leave a finish from 3-4-6. Van Gerwen has got a bit of time.
That's the first time we've seen a real bit of emotion from Michael. He knows edging to the finishing line here. Brilliant setup. You feel for Nathan, he's offered a lot to the match, but Michael has just kept going, kept on his tail, and when the mistake came, he punished. 5 from 8 on doubles, an average of 100 plus for Michael. It's a good performance, and this for his first 2 points.
And MVG's Premier League campaign is off and running. Nathan Aspinall all over him. He could have won it at a canter.
Yeah, the way that these guys play, all 8 of them. We know Peter Wright is struggling. Nathan Aspinall, if you've just joined us, lost to Michael van Gerwen in the previous game, was in control, but somehow managed to lose it 6-4 to MVG, who played well under pressure.
Yeah, I credit MVG there with really just sticking into the match, and you know, MVG's been so determined, and ultimately Nathan paid the price there. But it's 8-8 to take leg 1. No problem. 2 darts to finish 76. Oh, and that's going to make Michael feel a lot better.
Yeah, he was following a 177. Go on then. Well, the crowd boo him because they want to see a 9, don't we all?
Oh, Michael doesn't want to see, isn't the 9, but he doesn't want to see another breakup throw against him. He down 3-0. That's why the 180 was so important on the back of the 177.
Yeah. Gerwyn Price, of course, is it the last 2 9 darters in the Premier League in 2022. They were just on one night. It was only in space of about an hour or so. If you're going to play well, do that. Oh, I love that. What a setup. It may mean nothing, but still, what a setup.
Yeah, what an opportunity for Gerwyn Price.
Oh, you heard that.
Wow, I saw a perfect dart too.
He actually got through to the semi-final of the World Match Play in 2019. We've only going for double top once. Okay, let's go for it more often as Price smacks in his first.
Yeah, and he's forcing a fish out of Smith.
Yes. Talking of fishes, net it, man, net it! Is that how you turn the game round?
Well, you know, that was one time where what seemed like a timely 180 from Price probably undid him. It just said to Smith, you better hit this, pal, and he did.
And the pace now as well.
Oh, when you're in that sub spot, you're so hopeful of getting that same combination to set up that double 15 he loves.
I was going to say, he does love that. Is he staying? Of course he is. Double 13. That's one of those, it comes out your hand and you know that it's not going in.
Well, it was a really big finish, but it kind of a let-off in the end for Smith. To be able to hold his throw now, needs to get down just a bit and in, and he does. What an adjustment.
Just gets easier. The winner plays Michael van Gerwen next.
Well, and Smith won't be afraid of a decider in this match. He won deciders the first 2 matches last week.
Yep. The only game that didn't go to it that he won was against Price.
Well, I guess it's worth saying while we can that, you know, Michael Smith hasn't lost a match in Premier League this year.
Fact. Bullseye! Oh, that's another fish!
A fish apiece! The ocean's getting drained.
The net is full. Love it. From Gerwyn Price. And we've said in this format, against these players, the opposition, you crack in 1 poor score, you're going to get punished, let alone 2. It's all come at the wrong time. What a leg of darts.
Yeah, superb to leave the double 12. And what an ending to this match if he takes it clinically.
98. Likely required 24.
He was 3-0 down. But he has won by 6 legs to 5. And Gerwyn Price offers his hand and says, well done, pal. That was an entertaining game of darts. But it's Michael Smith who beats Gerwyn Price.
It's the big gap. We are only a couple of legs in.
139.
Never lost in this venue, Rob. 2 performances, 2018, 2019. He beat Raymond van Barneveld in 2018. He beat Gerwyn Price 2019. High 90s. He's barring ton plus against Price, so he's played well here in the past, but he's got a serious challenge here now because Luke Littler has rattled through the third leg in no time. Just saw that little regrip with the last dart then, but just a little adjustment. It wasn't in the same rhythm as the other two, but just as effective, and it just shows how mature he is. When the dart's not set, it's a habit that dart players can get into. You throw it when it's not correct. Nathan Aspinall's one of the best of sort of re-gripping and readjusting if the dart isn't right. We just saw it from Luke.
135.
Once again asking the question on the cross throw. His top throw 120 finish to break him in leg 2. He's going to get a look at the 103.
96. Luke, you require 103.
Will he get his break here? Double 16. He gets his break here. Halfway to a couple more points in the Premier League. He's averaging 114 and a half here, Luke.
Robbie require
one of those treble,
164.
one of those darts in the 19, if it found the treble, would have got him to a finish. But cross.
92.
Chips away at that 164.
Here comes some pressure on the 72.
140.
There's a regrip of that last start again then, and a bit of a flyer. I don't think he had it
72.
correctly set.
Got away with that earlier in the game. Didn't there, and it could be pivotal. Double 18 for voltage to draw level. And Rob Cross is sticking to his task here.
Rob Cross.
Said he wouldn't go away. 3 apiece.
Did go out early at the Masters just last weekend, but played well and losing a narrow game to an excellent Damon Heta, the Aussie #1. But here comes Littler again.
Head to Glasgow next week. We mentioned Luke's got some playoffs on the Wednesday. He'll face Gerwyn Price in the quarter-finals. For Rob, it's the undefeated Michael Smith.
147.
That is sumptuous from Luke Littler. 3 big trebles all over the board, leaves himself tops.
$131. Luke, you required 40.
Just to restore the lead. And it does restore the lead. 11 dart leg, 4-3, averaging 111 and a half here, Luke Littler. Good last start from Rob. Getting himself an opportunity to get level again here. He's going to have a bit of a cushion with this 144.
64. Robbie require 144.
I think he'd play on the 18s here. He does 10-2 when he's got the option. And does. Because he's very good on that segment. Double 18 for a 144. Oh, it's superb.
Brilliant from Rob.
Luke Littler has had little opportunities here and there. And tears off ahead of Cross in this particular leg.
99.
Really competitive tonight, hasn't it? Just when you think players in the opening couple of games are going to win comfortably. There's the setup play again. 9 darts. Tops left for the second consecutive leg on throw.
95. Luke, you required 40.
For a 10-darter. 12 will do. But he doesn't get it. Now this is a huge ask, but it could be a match winner.
67.
It might be what Rob has to take out to break throw. He's already broken once in a match. See the reaction. It was a well thrown dart just above the top wire. And the first time, Luke Littler taking his time here. Little sip of his water. He knows it's a big moment.
Double 10. He's found, of course it's found, and Luke Littler is a leg away. Luke Littler 65 clear plus these.
94.
Good last start, down to a finish.
Luke, you require 150.
6 at this if needed. He may not need them.
120.
No shake of the head, just get on with it. It was unlucky. But he tees up the double 15. And it could be for 2 more Premier League points.
And we know it's a double he likes. However, it is an odd double.
Luke, you require 30.
Can he get it done?
2 more points, and he does get it done, and it's another dominant display in terms of the averages. Credit Rob Cross, who pushed him all the way, but it's a 10 plus average again for Luke Littler.
I tried.
Yeah, we kind of live in a world of scorers now, John, don't we? If you can't muster 2 and 3 treble visits on a regular basis, you're going to fall behind.
Well, especially against throw of a Luke Humphries, who is a scoring machine.
140.
You know, even though you could say he's struggled a little bit to start the year, and
yeah,
he's still got a scoring machine. He's just sometimes not winning.
Yeah, I think because he was so adept at winning everything for the last kind of 4 months that we just expected that to continue. But darts is difficult. Luke Humphries
93.
just not as prolific as he was just a month ago. For a 2-1 lead. Good marker for double 16. I bet visually he loved that.
Luke Humphries.
He's better than when he played Stephen Bunting. They were a little kind of... You don't want to stay there, Peter.
133.
Peter, that is utterly disgusting counting.
Yeah, but I think we found out, though, those are 19s barrels. See, you might stay down there now.
If you play and you're on 299 and you're at the 257s, don't stay there.
98. Luke, you require 109.
No. This is to hold the throw. So treble 19, and he won't get it. So this is actually a chance somehow for Peter Wright to break and move ahead in the match. And if you had to say he could be ahead in the match at this point based on all the darts thrown, you wouldn't think it would be possible.
It's all about timing. Luke didn't take out the 109 when thrown first. What do you fancy? Tops. That is so good. This is what Peter Wright is capable of, but when you haven't been seeing it...
Well, every set he sells are custom painted.
Yeah,
that's a selling point, right?
Very much so. As Luke hits his second.
And that's the sort of stuff we expect from Luke Humphries, and now he'll get a crack at the 61. Nothing Wright can do about it. Hold his throw here. This is the Humphries that's the world champ, the world #1. A 3 now for double 4.
53.
How games can change. Looking in control of the leg. Now, if he gets broken here, he won't be in control of the match.
Yeah, is it a sneaky, snaky moment?
Yeah, you said he was sneaky. It was an ambush earlier.
And Humphries
56.
can comfortably come back for that double 4 now.
Got to attack it. Attacked.
Yeah, first start like he did first start on double 5.
Belief in his ability and composure under pressure.
Well, I may have misspoke though, Wayne. I said Luke doesn't need a 12-dart leg, but Peter's threatening one of his own there. He's 6 darts away on 221 from a 12-dart leg.
Yeah.
What's the most important thing in darts? We always say timing.
Yeah. And unfortunately, there's never ever a stat for it, is there? The most important one, you feel.
105.
Great leg of darts from both, really, let's be fair.
Yeah, Peter had a go at the 116 where he didn't get the treble the first 2 darts, but this opportunity might just be too good to miss.
95.
Well, that wasn't a disaster, but it was a really poorly thrown dart from Luke Humphries, that bullseye. Well, look, it's not a darting disaster. Treble 19 for bullseye. That would have been a happy accident if he got that.
Yeah, I don't think he realized it right away.
No, he didn't.
And if he'd kept the focus on it, I think he would have hit it.
For the lead.
Game from the 9th leg.
Superb.
Luke Humphries. 10th leg, Peter the Focus.
Wow, this is the sort of leg you dream about attacking.
Yeah.
And what a way to put away a match. Certainly on a 12 or an 11 dart leg.
Oh, look at this. Look at this class from Peter Wright.
And more than class, heart.
Yeah. Oh, look at this brilliance from... Oh!
Did I say an 11 or 12? How about a 10 to win it?
Yeah, you're miles out. There's been some quality matches this evening, but this leg takes the biscuit. It's not enough, John.
The biggest heart in the world.
11 darter with 2 doubles. There you go. That's the win for Luke Humphries. It was good to see Peter Wright play some world-class darts. That will be a fillip for him, but it's Luke Humphries, the world #1.
You kind of get the feeling these early weeks players are still just trying to play themselves into top form. Maybe not Littler, who was just cruising through everything.
Yeah, well, the Pro Tour will commence before next week's action. So
42.
That'll be interesting to see the effects of that. The playing the few days leading into it and who opts not to or who embraces it.
60.
Michael Smith does not get a dart for the leg. Van Gerwen on a harder finish of 139. Too hard in the end.
The thing about Van Gerwen's game that's impressed me most is doubling this year. He's battling and great with last dart in hand, hitting a double. But it's Smith here. 1 dart at tops and showing that he's been doing that well as well in the Premier League. Premier League performances from Smith, I think we could see that get into starting to affect him and play and get better results in the ranking events.
Second maximum from Michael Van Gerwen leaves 87, which he took out with no bother at all in the previous leg. Does he repeat the trick? Maybe.
69.
This, it's not really a steal in a sense of it's to hold his throw. So it's almost kind of important that he can get this, and they still can with treble 20 in bull. Well, that would have been something.
Would have been absolutely disgusting from Michael Van Gerwen's point of view. But double 9 is there. Break a throw to MVG. And if Van Gerwen finds one here, Smith's in all sorts of bother. Because he has found one. It's number 3. He's left himself a 2-darter, and Smith will feel it's got to go.
And that could be an extremely costly miss of just a wire. As this is 2 darts at tops. Well, double 10 then. And Smith will feel he really dodged a bullet there.
25.
A let off for the bully boy. What route is he looking at? 5 for double 10. Well, he's straight into the 12, so he has to burn a dart. And 1 dart to double 4 was not enough. A slip from Michael Smith allows Van Gerwen back to the board and a chance to extend his lead, which he duly does. 4-1 MVG.
A very important setup visit then. Well, he's doing that. 45 left and an easy single, but Van Gerwen, he's good at picking these trebles off.
Treble 19. Would have left double 8, doesn't get it done. Michael Smith to cut the gap to just 1 leg.
We require 40.
He's been blown away in the early stages of this game. Those 4 consecutive legs for MVG. But Michael Smith has just won back-to-back legs for the first time in this one, and this feels like a very important leg. Van Gerwen imperious through the first portion of this game. But despite being 10 points clear on the averages, is just looking potentially a little vulnerable. Everybody's vulnerable to perfection, but it's not quite perfect.
Well, it's getting the job done. Van Gerwen's setting up a 12 or an 11 or 12 dart leg of his own. He's left to 87. We know he's kind of fond of that. He's hit it once, missed it narrowly the other time.
It's a leg of darts. This is 170, 11 left after 9 darts. He may not get a go at it. Van Gerwen in the 87 again. 20 segment. Bullseye. Way off.
Yeah, that wasn't a shot with authority, which you need. It's double 4, and he gets the break of throw, an 11 dart leg with an 11 finish. He's in a better position unless Smith gets a max.
Oh yeah. 3 180s for Michael Smith. They've all come in the last 4 legs.
Oh, and Michael just stabbing at targets now. Could have been, should have been probably better.
To lead this match. Double 18. Double 9. Tidies it up and hits the front. Michael Smith from 4-1 down has won 4 on the spin.
And 1-3-2 is a shot Michael loves it.
56, Michael 132.
Doesn't need to go on the bullseye here.
Doesn't need to, but he likes it. But sometimes you know the right shot. He's kind of lucky there. He's left 80, but you know the simple thing there is hit the ton, leave the 32. He's got away with it though, Dan, I think, but he's still got to make the 80.
Could get awkward. That's not awkward. Double 10 is found. We'll go in the distance just as we did when these two met last week. Well, he's kicked off in perfect fashion. It's a 5th maximum for Mighty Mike.
Oh, come on now. Well, what started as a very threatening turn has actually made MVG quite relaxed.
There's no messing around this time, is there? A woeful last leg decider from MVG when these two met last week. And he might be responding with a perfect last leg decider.
2-2-4 left.
Needs to go 20s. Well, I guess that works.
1-4-1 for the 9-darter. It will not go. But now he needs to set it up. And that will do. Or will it?
Very, very good setup. And the magic not going to happen on the big finish.
16 for double. That's the route. And that's the winning dart. Michael Van Gerwen with a stellar last leg decider, making up for the disappointment of the previous week.
Only 48, so let off for Humphries. Looking to leave 24. Been a cracking night of darts so far. And we've still got this and the final. Michael Van Gerwen is in the final. Who will he play?
It's crazy to think Van Gerwen faced 2 darts to go 4-0 down earlier on in his opening quarter-final against Nathan Aspinall.
127.
Bullseye.
102.
This can still get tricky. Land below that bottom wire. Straight at it, attack. Brilliant from Luke Humphries. It's not just a run-of-the-mill double 3, it's an awkward double and can get messy. Converted, started well here, Humphries. Chance in the opening leg, held in the second
131.
leg.
Yeah, Littler beat Rob Cross in the quarter-final this evening, and Luke Humphries beat Peter Wright. Peter Wright played a little bit better this evening, good to see.
140.
He's on home soil next week as well, Peter Wright. Will that help get him his first couple of points in the Premier League?
95. Luke, you require 96.
It's double 18 on the first time of asking.
And a little bit of an opportunity now for Luke Humphries, I should say.
It's the problem with two Lukes. It's quite annoying, isn't it? He said there was an opportunity, Mark, and he took it. It's now up to him in this leg.
84.
He's been the better player, Humphries, but he's got to convert these opportunities. He could have broken the opening leg. He's going to get a chance to break here.
140.
Well, against Peter Wright, it was getting tight, and he won the last leg in 11.
46.
Can he break for an 11 darter? Yes, he can.
That was one of the rare occasions where you see Luke Littler left in the 200. He's a compliment to Luke Humphries. He played a good leg and gets the break that he deserves.
This is brilliant from Luke Humphries. He's throwing the darts so well. The pace of both is majestic. But he's throwing with a confidence that I don't think we've seen in recent weeks from Luke Humphries. They were both on a 9.
140.
Littler still is. And he'd expect to fill up after that first start. Coming down. And how? And he's still on the 9. And he can stay on the same target on 144.
He'll fancy this. Ah, he's on a 10 and Littler's on a 9. 60. That is absolutely rubbish.
There's a bigger picture here, though, for Luke Humphries. Oh, he's on the way. He's got to refocus here, recompose. And he does. That's a brilliant leg from Luke Humphries, because there was a lot thrown at him there, but he's 2 legs away.
What on earth? These two have got a combined age of 45.
It's incredible. Poor visit from Humphries.
Luke, you require 106.
Break back incoming, you feel. Maybe on this visit, he'll return.
103 Littler, 106 Humphries. Stunning averages. It's been a stunning night of darts for a level game. Is that awkward? Is it awkward? Is he moving? No.
No score.
Well, the darts went in that furnace. I think he thought he could have just blast through them, but he couldn't find the double 8. What a steal this would be for Humphries. Pulls it low. Big opportunity for Luke Humphries.
Got to attack. I do say that a lot, but when you throw directly, like that dart went in more directly.
He wrestled the darts away from Luke Littler. If he's a bit more forceful on that visit, he'd have had an opportunity to break, and instead Littler comes back, and he's now down to a 2-darter.
And if Humphries does it a big one on that occasion, does he hit the 174? We don't know, of course, but it seems to have changed the destiny of the leg. Maybe the match, double 8.
I was just about to say he struggled with that double in the previous leg. Not so there.
Yeah, he needed to be up to his work there, Luke Humphries, to actually leave a finish.
39.
Wow.
You can see that there from Luke Littler. You don't really get that snatching his darts out the board. And it's allowed Humphries to tee up, and a good tee up as well. Should be going all the way here.
Yeah, Littler's good, but he's not taken out 172, so Humphries will get a poke. Yeah, the last 6 darts have been a right mess for Littler.
Tensions for Luke Littler, you feel, have turned to the deciding leg, and it is going to the deciding leg.
Luke Humphries.
Humphries has forced the decider, but Littler with the advantage of throwing first. All you can say is go to the left-hand side of the treble. Back comes Littler.
126.
That's the trouble with 308 that way. Once you hit the first treble, you're kind of obliged to stay there, and you need a third one. If you start off on the 60, you only need 2 trebles. Oh, please. Oh, please now.
What a shot this would be. Oh, he'd fancy it now. Yeah, you can see he felt he had a chance. It was one of them when it left his hand. But Luke Littler, to get to the final, has double 10 for yet another victory over Luke Humphries.
Turn this round with 5 treble 18s in 6 darts. And that is the game. He looked to be behind the 8 ball for a long time, but the quality of Luke Littler beats the world champ and world #1 yet again.
Well, he was way off the pace when they met in Bahrain, their first meeting, but in his own backyard, basically, in the Netherlands, just 10 minutes from his house on the World Series. Van Gerwen was excellent. So was Littler. Lost with an average of close to 107.
Well, how about some excellent 19 hitting? 9 of them, 171 score, and now this kind of has to go. Double 14 for a 12-dart leg.
93.
And just like that, in a leg where there was way behind, that 171 got him back in, and tops now. Double 10. Of course it's in.
First blood to Littler. Takes the opening leg against the darts with a 12-darter.
Well, there was certainly moments in the semifinal against Luke Humphries where Luke Littler looked like he'd been handled, if you will. Like Luke Humphries had everything in control, but Littler was having none of that in the end. Turned it over.
Another brilliant display of treble 19 hitting. 171 setup shot from Luke the Nuke. Well, Michael Van Gerwen producing the same to leave double 7. It does not put Littler off. He pins the double 16 right in the corner and takes a 2-0 lead.
Well, it's fantastic darts play from Michael Van Gerwen here. We'll see by those averages there. Okay, he's down 2-1, but it's not from a lack of trying here.
127. Michael 127.
127 score by Littler. 127 required for MVG. On the ball, look at the score, not going for it.
95.
A mark of respect, I feel, from MVG. Other times he'd just gone for it to demonstrate his abilities.
We've also seen him in recent months where the other player is on a finish and he still opts to leave the double. Two trebles needed to get to a finish, and he's done that. So he is in control. But what pressure on the setup here from Van Gerwen?
Oh, could it be perfect to leave tops? Not quite. 1-4-1 for Luke Littler to break the MVG throw. Not going to happen. But gets down to a single to double finish. Van Gerwen requiring 80. Double 10. Double 5. Oh, great last dart from Michael Van Gerwen. And he knows it.
And I think that last dart and hand doubling.
Really is a top display from Michael Van Gerwen. It is needed to be. But he's going to be under pressure again.
125. Michael, you require 47.
Double 16. And a slip. He blinks. Littler's there.
Those were surprisingly far away from the target. That isn't, or that, and tops.
82.
He knows that was a big opportunity missed.
Double 16 again. Next door for double 8. Last start. And MVG finds the target. He is one away.
to make Luke the throw first.
Your close connection with the big scoring.
54.
And that won't concern Luke that he didn't get a chance for bull. He probably wouldn't have gone for it in any case. And MVG not even in a position to pressure it.
56. Luke Uruguay 72.
Nothing from Van Gerwen in this leg.
Well, let's remember
Yeah,
what a great deciding leg that Van Gerwen had against Michael Smith.
But he had a very poor one against him last week. Which is it?
No, I don't think Littler will close the gap entirely, but he just might.
180 from Luke Littler, and this match is back in the balance.
Well, and he might be settling.
96.
Oh, that's a huge last start to leave the 1-2-2 instead of a 160 with only the single.
What will Littler leave? Great switch into the 18s. He's on 80 for the match, but will he get a look at it?
Oh, he needs to go right next to it. Yes, and a bullseye to win.
Match start missed by Van Gerwen, and Luke Littler should get at least one himself. He'd love two at double 10. He does get two at double 10. Luke Littler to take the night. And he cannot take his chance.
Well, I don't know that the big pause really helped them there. This man, so much experience. Needs double four.
And mighty Michael Van Gerwen manages to survive another fabulous contest with the teenager Luke Littler.